This is the Speck CandyShell for the Samsung Galaxy S5. The Samsung Galaxy S5, the new flagship smartphone from Samsung, began shipping a week ago, which means that we can finally take a closer look at some of the Speck CandyShell cases. This is the retail packaging. This case has an MSRP of $34.95, and it's available in a nice array of colors. What colors are available? Well, let's take a look. Of course, there's the ever-popular black. So we have here 6 different Speck CandyShell cases and one that is in the retail packaging. Let's open up the retail package, look at the case, and then check over on Gear Diary because we're going to do a giveaway. So let's take a look at the retail packaging for the Speck CandyShell for the Galaxy S5. It's an easy opening package that just slides right out, and inside you're going to find the case. Yes, it does not come with a screen protector, unfortunately. This case is certified to meet or exceed military standards for drop testing, and that's thanks to the dual layer design. So there is this shiny hard material on the outside that looks so pretty and gives it the CandyShell name. And then if you look on the inside of the case, it has this softer rubberized material, so that means that you can actually get really good bump protection. And if you'll notice, the corners are protected and the soft material comes through, so you have the added protection at the corners, the most vulnerable spots, of having this impact material right there and allowing it to spread out any sort of impact that you might receive if you drop your phone. So let's just pop this in very, very carefully. I've not taken off the screen protector, the screen cover that comes on the phone, just because I don't have a screen protector in house and I do want to keep it as pristine as possible. So the case goes on very, very nicely, and you'll see immediately that you get a good bit of lay on the table protection. So you can put this phone face down when it's in the case, and the screen does not come anywhere near the table or the surface you're placing it on, because it does have this bit of lay on the table protection. You do have the buttons covered here, but they function very well, and there's a very satisfying click actually that goes through the case. Sometimes a case can dampen that feeling. That's not the situation here at all. Here at the top, you have the 3.5mm headphone jack, you've got the microphone, and this little hole here is for the IR blaster. This phone is able to function as a remote, something introduced on the Samsung Galaxy S4 and something on the Galaxy Note 8.0 and a few other of the Galaxy lines. This does have this IR blaster, and the case does take that into account, which is important. You have the power on and off sleep awake button over here. And then here at the bottom, you've got a hole for the microphone, and you do have the opening for the USB charging dock, which is covered because this case is water resistant. I'm not going to use the word waterproof because it really is not waterproof. It's not meant to be taken swimming, but it can go 1 meter for 30 minutes underwater. 1 meter underwater for 30 minutes, and should be okay so long as this door is kept closed. Obviously, you have full access to the screen. Here on the back, you've got the speaker hole is right there, and then you have the opening for the cameras and the flash. So it does take that into account. It's a nice big opening, but it is recessed, so it's very well protected. And then obviously you have the Speck name right here. A lot of people love the Speck CandyShell line. It is a very, very popular case. I can see why it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the Samsung Galaxy S5, but it does add protection. That's especially important because this is probably one of the cheaper feeling smartphones, super smartphones that are on the market. The HTC One M8 has a beautiful quality build. The Nokia phones do as well, and obviously the iPhone 5C and 5S are pretty solid. This actually feels much, much cheaper than those, and so you do want to keep it protected. This is a great way to do that without adding too much bulk. You do get the lay on the table protection. So this is the Speck CandyShell for the Samsung Galaxy S5. It's available now. It has an MSRP of $34.95, and there are numerous colors available. We are going to have the full written review over on Gear Diary. We are also going to give away a bunch of these cases over on that review. So make sure to check that review out, enter the contest, and you can win one of these cases for yourself. This is Dan from Gear Diary. Thanks very much for watching.